So we should be getting started right now with the simple shuffle. So the gist of it, if it doesn't mean the audio. If it doesn't mean explained, is essentially think of full, except you can't like teleport all around the world. The dungeons aren't going to randomly appear in here or there. So there's still some consistency to where things are going to lead you. The biggest difference is probably that Death Mountain is way harder to access, just the way that the game works.
Yeah. So starting off, three of our runners started off in the Sanctuary and found Bombos in the Sanctuary chest. And we discovered that Sanctuary is actually that's the Moon Pearl at the Lumberjack drop, which I think in this one is going to be the Vanilla Uncle. So early Moon Pearl for these guys.
Yeah, luckily don't have to. So if they need to beat Agile 1 wherever he may be. He is shuffled amongst the dungeons to do the Lumberjack Cave. So he's not in his normal spot. Hyrule Castle is part of a specific shuffle, which is the four entrance dungeon shuffle. So that is Turtle Rock, Hyrule Castle, and Desert Palace. For people who don't know, Desert Palace does in fact have a fourth entrance. It's just very rare to see it. You'll see it a little bit in Entrance Shuffler, where you're going to get spit out there. But here we go. And we have Turtle Rock, which luckily has a bomb in it, which is actually pretty nice early on. You could actually farm that if that's at high roll if you wanted, which is very convenient.
Yeah, and once you go around and you use other entrances to get to like the laser bridge into a rock to get those chests.
So one of the cute things about Entrance Shuffle is that one of those three entrances on the top of Hyrule Castle is actually going to be the what's it called? It's going to be like the Turtle Rock Laser Bridge and then Turtle Rock Middle. Which is interesting because essentially what happens with that, you can enter through one door and then leave through a completely different door, and it is a little bit of a weird dungeon. So
it looks like one of the drops, what usually is the well, leads to what is usually the Lost Woods drop, and there you find Ether. So we already have two of the medallions needed to open up what would be inside Turtle Rock and Misery Mire.
Now, was it confirmed if Ganon is shuffled in this?
I'm not sure.
Or confirm that he's not, because it's not on the schedule. So we're assuming that Ganon, since this is old dungeons, Ganon is going to be chilling, as well as Ganon's tower will be sitting on its vanilla locations.
So we see the pendants, and we see a blue pendant up at Harrow. We see Crystal 6 down in Desert and Crystal 1 in Eastern. Now that means that those dungeons, not those dungeon locations, will have those items.
Mm-hmm. Was the most outrageous and difficult randomizer possible. It is like Hell is probably the crazy. Hell Key Sanity. Hell completely decouples all entrances and exits, completely shuffles all the palettes, completely shuffles all of the enemies, including random enemies can randomly become bosses. It has no restrictions on how the game enemizes. So even like some set rooms from the regular Randomizer are there. I think even decouples, like that's the craziest that it can go. Why is it simple? Because it shuffles significantly less of the game. You can't enter like the entrance to Death Mountain and end up at like left side, or I guess you could actually.
The basis of what simple is, it's really simple, because that's why it's called simple. If it's a drop, all the drops are shuffled together. All of Death Mountain is shuffled together. All the double entrances are shuffled together. All the single entrances are shuffled together. All the single entrance dungeons are shuffled together, and all the quad entrance dungeons are shuffled together.
Yeah. This is the last daily for the year. It's gonna be Hell mode. I have no idea. Probably not. There's like 2 people who there's like 4 people total who have done like a Hell mode. So I could see it never entering in. Matt, we are going to have a Madness Shuffle tomorrow at 2 p.m. That's about as crazy as I could see things getting.
Yeah, if you want some more Hell Randomizer, it's so crazy that the first 2 items you get in Link's House and the Sanctuary automatically Mirror and Moon Pearl just so you don't get soft locked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's actually a big thing. With anything above full, you get guaranteed Mirror, guaranteed Moon Pearl, because you exit out of like. Oh, that's the other big thing is you can go from Light World to Dark World in Madness and up.
You can't do it here.
Yeah, you can't enter a door. You can't enter a cave and then exit in like Dark Death Mountain from Light World.
So Solski finds that the what usually is the magic bat was the uncle, so he was able to you don't have to worry about getting the hammer for the magic bat this time, and he got half magic there, so that's pretty good.
Now, one of the things about simple old dungeons is that you know how to get to all of the dungeons. It's just a matter of beating all of the dungeons. Simple actually can be a little bit longer on average than a full randomizer because of the lack of ability to get to Death Mountain. Because the dungeons can really force you to do some nasty things. I have seen required 5-heart fighter sword Trinex before to progress. So you can get some really strange combinations because of the way that the dungeons shuffle.
Yeah, and also, just a general point for all entrance shuffles, you're going to enter a lot of doors that you completely forget about when you play either vanilla or you play randomizer.
Correct.
Like, for instance, Ninban walked into one of the girls' houses in Kakariko and finds a checkerboard cave for a piece of heart.
Oh, you know what's nice about this? I just realized with Sanctuary being what it is in Lumberjack Cave, you don't actually have to beat Lumberjack Cave. Or so you don't have to beat Act 1. You can still find Hyrule Castle and go through Hyrule Castle sewers to get there.
The only problem is what if Hyrule Castle is Turtle Rock?
Or, well, then you have to go to Turtle Rock to get to Hyrule Castle. Well, or desert. So it could be desert. So.
Yeah, the only 3 dungeons that have 4 entrances are Desert, Turtle Rock, and Hyrule Castle. Those 3 are shuffled together.
I thought we were going to see a Houlihan.
No, there's no Houlihan. They're just checking to see where the drop is, and that's the magic bat. So the magic bat is in what many runners will try to Houlihan in.
Yeah, the routing for this is significantly different because you need to check all the entrances still in simple, even because I mean there are a lot of good single caves. The 2 entrance caves though are much more important.
Yeah, like for instance, we found a hookshot cave in Race Game, so that's one thing that can happen. And hookshot cave we know has 4 items in it, so once they get the hookshot, they'll have to come back to Kakariko, go back to the Race Game just to get those 4 items.
Oh, and we found a hookshot cave. Unfortunately, we have no way of doing anything in there.
Yeah, I just mentioned that it's a Race Game, so
okay.
We just found it, and Xirtanul, who let's give a quick shout out to Xirtanul. He's being featured here. He is one of the final 2 competitors in the secondary tournament for the Link to the Past randomizer tournament this year. And if you guys want to catch the finals, it'll be on one of the Speed Gaming channels. I believe next Friday after Christmas.
Yep, Friday the 29th. It'll be all matches in one sit-in, so be prepared for that.
Yep, Xirtanul versus, I believe, Zane?
Yep.
Or Zayan or something like that?
Zane. And just because it's secondary doesn't mean it's going to be good. Xirtanul and Zane are really good runners, so it's going to be a treat. And the winner of that gets their name put straight into the video game here.
Yep, right into the Houlihan room, right under Ajneb, and whoever wins the main tournament, which could be Ajneb again. We're down to the final 4 in the main tournament, and that will resume sometime this week.
Yeah, there's a match scheduled for 2 days from now.
Anyway, back to this race. Xirtanul, he's going over towards the desert area, and he finds the hidden house here from Village of Outcasts. So just because you see a Dark World house in the Light World, that doesn't mean that you're going to come out in the Dark World. It just happens to be there.
Now, again, tomorrow there's gonna be. Oh, here's Seshula.
That's 3 chests right there.
Oh, mirror. And just a mirror, but that's still a big deal in entrance. There are a few more mirror locations. So having the mirror is a big deal. So one of the things is that there's no actual reason to check your map. In this, because there's like Sashrilla to just tell you where the Dream Pendant is, and that's all that really matters. You have to do all the dungeons anyway. So honestly, checking your map is just slow in all dungeons.
Yeah,
you need to do them all anyway. There's no difference in when you do them. Beyond, sometimes you have to do the crystals first to beat a pendant. Just because Dan's Tower is still giving me its vanilla spot, and that's 23 chests. Actually, that's like 27 chests, actually. Something like that.
It's all 27. There's 23 in the basement and 4 upstairs. So 27 chests in Ganon's Tower, and who knows? You might find, like in this instance, well, this is a bad example. As Tower of Hera is a pendant, but if, for instance, you found that pendants were in.
Speaking of
the Tower of Hera, here we go. Ninban finds it. I believe this was Eastern Palace.
Yep. So Tower of Hera is in the Eastern Palace vanilla location. This is nice because this is a faster dungeon to check the items than Eastern. Now, unfortunately, he has to use bombs to get through here, but this could be required by the game. So there's no logic check because the game kind of assumes that you got here with a weapon.
Well, we're locked out of Hera now because he's in the basement and we don't have fire yet.
Ninban is considering, he's just saving Gwydin.
I think it doesn't show what a track game, but I believe Dsitt, he got his mirror as well from Sashrill's hut. Oh,
and Dsitt is opted out. I guess he either doesn't have bombs or doesn't want to use them.
Solski looks like he's trying to set up a fake flipper here, and he's going to end up doing it with the bomb strats to make sure to put him right on the edge of the screen. That's a good way of doing it. A more consistent way, not the fastest way, but definitely more consistent. And there's Mimic Cave in the at the what is it? The fortune teller's house near Lake Hylia.
Mm-hmm. So to access Dark World in Entry Triple, you do need to find Addis Tower. If you need to access Dark World without like the items, that is a thing to keep in mind. If Addis Tower is in Dark World, which it can be, you don't ever get that like convenience of having that extra way. So they could have to search like every nook and cranny of the game. And as a thing across all entrances, the dam is required.
Ooh, sorry, but I believe Solski, when he logic broke and went to the hobo, I believe he found a cane of Samaria from the hobo.
Oh, well, based on the chat, yes, he did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and this is another location that's quite often overlooked. Is the Light World Ice Cave, or sorry, Light World Ice Palace.
Yeah, that's the generous fairy that we kind of ignore now in randomizer because the items that she gives you is now part of the pool of getting your arrow upgraded and your bomb upgraded.
Yeah. One day maybe they'll add it back in, just like the other fairies.
At least put like 80 chests there. I'm kidding. I believe Solski's gonna be the last one to find his moon pearl.
Xirtanul is gonna be the next one.
He's gonna explore Hera a little bit, but he's gonna find out. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to do much in here.
He's also using his bombs.
So Ninban he found a bomb shop, talked to the guy that works there, and found out that along with Desert Palace, Swamp Palace is the other special crystal to get the big bomb.
Now with that, there isn't that much to do. I think in that progression is on Zora, so they're gonna have to farm.
Well, I don't think they checked Ice Rock Cave yet. That could have something.
Oh.
And also, there's also this Fairy Fountain Cave.
Right.
Which, in Dark World, is Hype Cave, but in Vanilla, it's... oh, no, they found this one. This is the So he's gonna farm some rupees here, but he doesn't. He only has. He had 0 when he started this farming, so not exactly gonna be paying off a ton here. And Solski, remember he found the King of Samaria, so he's going back in the Turtle Rock. He's gonna explore a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good point. So this could be a huge sequence break. Obviously, you can only check this chest bar in speed. Oh, just the big key. Well, we're done here, folks.
Yep, he doesn't have the mirror yet, so he's gonna Death Warp out.
Not very fruitful.
Another place that's open to these guys is the cave south of Eastern Palace, where you flip to 5. There's a fairy fountain there.
It's kind of weird that nobody went south from Eastern to check that.
Well, again, it's something that these guys, you don't automatically think of that if you're not used to playing entrance shuffle. And there's a second. Oh, no, it's not. Does Ice Rock Cave now count as a double entrance then?
No, Ice Rock Cave even like it's not programmed as a double entrance cave. Like the way that the shuffler, at least full and simple, actually based on how the game is programmed. So these two caves are programmed as single entrance caves. They just happen to have a common door like between them inside, but they do not have two entrances.
That's weird.
Yes, is extremely strange. It's the same. The only time that I think that they've broken like how the game like looks at something is the back entrance to the tavern is always the back entrance to the tavern because there are no other entrances like that. So entering that from like the front, you have to. It's like a frame perfect movement to not just go right back in. Like it would require frame perfect inputs.
So the sanctuary is actually the well. So you're gonna need power gloves. You want to get those 4 items in the well.
Yes. So I think that they actually have to farm because we are running out of locations. I don't think they need to farm money.
They logically can't even get to Zora at the moment. They can check Potion Shop. They might have.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh no, somebody already checked Potion Shop. Oh. Wow, they can't even get to Zora. I'm not 100% sure what they haven't checked yet.
Like I said, I think the cave south of Eastern. I think that's the last cave to check.
Hey people, or K-Restream, please don't let us down. We need you. Oh, and then we got one person going there. Dsitt.
Let's see if Dsitt goes that way. Hopefully he.
Nope.
Probably...
Oh.
I think we checked this one already, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, this is Shelley. He has the mirror, so.
That's right. Okay.
Oh wait, what? Did somebody mark the mirror for him that he didn't have?
Oh, I get. Oh, yeah. Because he went in here, but he didn't go in here. Okay, I got it. Yeah. So now he has the mirror.
I spent a 10-page thesis from our tracker. No, I'm just kidding.
that was my fault because I thought he had it. And our tracker was listening to Meat Talk. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm only here so I can't get fined. Alright, so Solski looks like he's gonna be the first one to check this cave south of Eastern, which we think is gonna have something.
Yes, especially since there's a 75% chance that GT isn't in its vanilla spot thanks to entrance shuffle. I think that you actually mean a 0% chance because we are not shuffling Ganon's Tower or Ganon.
Well, if this is like the tournament...
Well, it's not. No, they like Ganon Shuffle is a separate set-in from Simple, Full, Madness, etc.
Ah, gotcha.
So, which could again lead to an interesting logic thing where you have to do Ganon's Tower and then beat the pendants, and then go to Ganon.
Oh wow! There's your progression. It was at the bottle vendor. Xirtanul just spent 100 rupees and got the power glove.
That's gonna be a quick walk up to Sanctuary to grab those 4 items.
Yep, and then you could also enter the cave that usually takes you to Death Mountain. Oh
yeah, that's another thing I forgot. Yeah, Idle 1 is required as well. They do have to find where the Ada 1 entrance is. So sometimes there's a dungeon, Archie. And quite often there's a dungeon behind Ada's like barrier, and they're gonna have to get Master Sword at some point to do that.
Actually, if they kill Aga before that,
that's true. Yeah. So that's sometimes required as well as beat an Agenum with Fighter Sword to get like the rest of your swords. There's some weird things that can happen in Simple that in theory can happen.
Xirtanul, the boots and the Titan's mitts in that cave. So that will open everything for you. So now Xirtanul has pretty much full Dark World access as well now because he has Moon Pearl, he has the Titan's mitts, he has the boots, he has a bunch of other places to check now as well. So that Power Glove was the bottleneck that opened up to the rest of the scene.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, go back, go get your 4 bombs. Oh, he's got a few bombs.
He's got some bombs, so he's just probably gonna check Bonk Rocks, see what's hiding in there, and then probably head to Dark World and start exploring that a little bit.
Oh, this is very simple compared to the regular shuffle. Very, very simple.
So something that Xirtanul might do here, he's not going to Dark World just yet. He's going to check some other caves first. But if he goes to Skullwoods, Skullwoods is very special because all the entrances that aren't in the Fire Rod blocked are shuffled within each other, like the drops and the doors. The Fire Rod block is one of the other single entrance dungeons.
So it could be Aga's Tower, for example, or it could be Eastern or Hera. Well, we know where Hera is, but
it can't be Aga's Tower because Aga's Tower is one of the quad entrance dungeons.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. I was pretty sure it was separate from the rest of from Hyrule Castle, but I'm incorrect.
Ninban takes out his frustration on finding the Power Gloves on the bottle vendor himself. He bombs them. But here's the here's a little dip in the Skullwoods here. And based on the sound, we know that Skullwoods is the 3rd pendant dungeon. So if something is somehow required on the pedestal, I mean they have to defeat it anyway, but the pedestal could still be required to pull. So this could lead to something. We could have something like we can't really have. Yeah, we could have like, for instance, we could find the flippers on the pedestal, which leads to that Cane of Mario because flippers and cane are not needed for any dependent dungeons. Solski gets his Titan's mitts and boots, so he is good to go to continue to seed. Meanwhile, Ninban has them as well. So 3 of our runners are set to go. Dsitt still looking for a few things. Meanwhile, Xirtanul find Hype Cave. Found a shield from the generous guy, but nothing
Not
else
too
really,
much.
So, yep, legitimately the Cave of Mediocrity this time. I mean, shield's better than trash, I think.
Yeah.
Dsitt does also fake flipper. He's going to get his Cane of Samaria from the hobo. A few caves Xirtanul's about to check that, again, you forget about when you play the Vanilla game, but he's remembering them. And this looks like Agnes Cave. Yep, Agnes Cave at the Dark World Sanctuary, I guess we should call this. And he finds the single arrow. Dsitt taking an unfortunate death while fake flippering. If you take one hit while you're in fake flipper mode, you automatically die, so you get soft locked.
Can we get a required final chest in this run? Yep. Absolutely. Like I said earlier, you could have to beat all of Ganon's Tower to beat a crystal. Or sorry, to beat a pendant. GT is not shuffled. Less of a chance because we're not playing full. Or we're not playing GT shuffled, which is a function. Also, hitting that high knots, not very good idea. High knots is hit very hard. Maybe we've been playing too much Randomizer and forgot that high knots is hit like trucks. Because for people who don't know, Randomizer does commonly adjust damage numbers and health numbers. I've ran into quite a few paper high knots in that. You're still kind of weaponless, though.
They have the Cane of Samaria. I think that's the best weapon they have. Well, at least Solski and Dsitt have it. They're not even supposed to have it at this point.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see what these runners are going to do now. Xirtanul is going to head down towards the desert area. He hasn't checked here yet. We've seen it already from other runners, but we haven't checked. He hasn't checked it yet. Alright, Solski and Ninban both in the Skull Woods area. Dsitt, he has to go to the bottle vendor. That's the one thing he forgot about, and he's still looking for it.
It's something that's hard to remember when you're not getting money early.
Yeah, it's one thing that you're like, alright, yeah, I'll come back when I have money, then you just forget about it, and looks like it's going to cost them early on in this run.
Oh. Don't go back there. Just go out. Yeah. Oh, or die. But no, that room is still a trap room. Don't go back to the Gypto room. Still only has a key.
Yeah, potion shop was the hammer peg cave. So there's a heart container there. Xirtanul now in Village of Outcasts. There's a bunch of doors here that usually don't enter because they're abandoned houses with nothing in them. But in this race, you can check them out.
Uh-oh. Aggro the Angry Bird.
Well, Xirtanul finds the mirror shield and the lamp down in the the vanilla bomb hole in Village of Outcasts. So we are 27 minutes in. We have mirror shield.
Yeah.
But more importantly, we have the lamps. Now he can go into Hera if he finds it again and make a little more progress. Not a lot because he doesn't have a weapon to kill Moldorm with.
Okay, one of the common new people forgets is right here. The arrow shop, which is a very uncommon. Oh, another dungeon that the half the crowd can sequence break. Fire, yep. And that's you with the lamp. I mean, you can get a lot in there. So it's gonna be a huge sequence break for Dsitt and Solski.
Well, if they want to do it, I don't know if they want to do it without bow silvers or sword or hammer.
We'll do it. They have Samaria, and everything in that dungeon is everything in that dungeon dies in one hit, or is a trap. So the Samaria does good work in that dungeon.
I believe we found the flippers.
Ooh, well, that puts that on sequence. And
Ninban found Blind's Hut. Wow, this is 5 more pieces. I don't even know where he is, but he found a pretty nice cache of items here. There's the hammer in Blind's Hut.
Okay, that's a big deal.
I don't know exactly where he is, but we'll find out when he leaves this place, because he found the flippers around this area also. Flippers were in what leads to the graveyard ledge, so we'll get an idea of where it is when Ninban comes out of here. And he is... Oh, he's just north of Village of Outcasts. And was there someone to not check this area? I believe he's going this way now, so... Nope, he's going south. Solski just got his same items as well, but he doesn't have the flippers yet. Chat's saying the shield shop, which is where Solski's going now, so we'll find out now, because he's heading that way. Ninban finds mini Moldorm Cave, another 5 items. And yes, the flippers are hidden in the shield shop, or the shop of oddities, I believe it's called. Xirtanul found the he grabbed a lumberjack and bringing the not the lumberjack, the blacksmith over to where he is. And Ninban finds Quake in Mini Moldorm Cave, so he has all 3 medallions already.
Actually, people use that shop all the time, and when they're playing the vanilla game, like the casual, it's got arrows in it. It's one of the easiest ways to get arrows. Okay, don't miss throwing this at them. Yeah, there you go. Oh, he's abandoned it because it doesn't have anything, so.
Xirtanul doing Dig Game, Ninban doing Hammer Peg, Solski finds Hype Cave, and Dsitt finally is expanding his horizons. He finally got himself his glove, his mitts, his boots. Dig Game just had a heart container. And I didn't see what was in Hammer Peg Cave, but I don't think it was anything too relevant. We're still looking for a sword, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Hammer Peg led to K45, which was 300 rupees. Got it. Ninban is now going to find himself his mirror shield and lamp.
Yeah, having the mirror is nice, because Smith's didn't change, so.
Well, I like what Solski's doing here. He climbed through Bumper Cave, which was actually the Quarreling Brothers' house. He's gonna mirror and enter this cave from the top and head right to the
and it's a guaranteed entrance to Death Mountain. So I don't know if every runner knows that that's the thing you have to do. So this might lead to a lot of forfeits. I've seen this cause the most forfeits ever in Randomizer, is this stupid cave that you can only mirror to 95% of the time. So that is a huge deal, because normally flute is required for Death Mountain. So the fact that it isn't, and now you have the save and quit point.
Watch this glitch.
Yeah. Oh, also this is amazing. I love floating old man.
And that's Super Bunny Cave. There's some items in there. Solski, where you going? He just realized, wait, there's Super Bunny Cave. There's 2 items in here.
Yeah, this is the good side of Super Bunny Cave. You can actually get items, so. No, this is huge, especially with his Titans. Never mind.
Other part.
Yeah, no, right. He's in the bad entrance for entrancey parts.
Yeah. Ninban, however, he's exploring Myra a little bit. He doesn't have the Can of Samaria yet, so he can't complete it.
Only Sid starts to do this. Monk ass. Oh, so tight. There we go. That's good.
Now Solski finds the other entrance to Super Bunny Cave. He doesn't need that anymore, so. Death Mountain, it's a lot of caves to check and a lot of entrances and exits to try to keep track of.
Yeah. You basically have to remap how this place works, essentially.
Just check every cave, just to make sure.
Yeah.
Like, even this one, usually in vanilla will take you right back to Kakariko. Here, it's one of the triple entrance caves. Xirtanul checking Vanilla Hype Cave, and we find Ice Ride Cave.
Oh, and there's the save and quit point.
Yep, save and quit point. Ooh, Spectacle Rock. That's a good place for it.
Yeah, that'll be nice for going back to Death Mountain, actually, or going to GT later.
And he finds Paradox Cave, which is
Is
down
big.
7
this
items.
Is big. So sometimes this is actually a sequence break to do the bomb jump here. Because if it's going to lead him to East Death Mountain, which it probably will, looking at this, he will actually sequence break by doing the bomb jump here. Oh no, he has Mirror and Hammer. I guess not then. No, he's good. So, this is just going to get confusing. Oh, he only has bombs. Wait, no, he has Samaria. Why doesn't he just use it? Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Doesn't need it. Okay.
And there's the other cane.
Boomerang.
Oh, that's the Cane of Burna.
Oh. Silly pixelated small screens. And nothing in Paradox.
Yeah. Cane of Burna is It opens up Spike Cave once you find it.
Nope. Opens up Spike Cave once you get like potion. Still needs a bottle to open it up.
All right, let's see what else we got here. And well, that's
Okay,
just the other side.
It's right next to him, so that doesn't help.
Hey, those two cave entrances actually made sense this time.
That's true.
This won't though.
It still might. It did not. Very much so. Well, looks like we're gonna go to Death Mountain. This is good.
Yep, we're gonna see Dark Death Mountain a little bit.
We're not swordless guys, by the way, so we can't use the medallions if he gets to Death Mountain. But note that all 3 medallions on Ninban's side. So he obviously found a medallion in Mire. That's not huge then.
Ninban found Quake at the mini Moldorm cave.
So has he found anything? I've been paying attention to Solski because I want to know how this Death Mountain pans out. Death Mountain is extremely important in Entrance Shuffler.
Looks like he hasn't found too much yet. I mean, there's a lot of caves here. What's left in the that has items in Death Mountain? Oh, well, this is in Death Mountain apparently. The Village of Outcast chess game. Oh, that's in Light World. That's why. Wait. Okay, I didn't know that was a thing. There's the red meringue at the Spectacle Rock. Inside Spectacle Rock, I should say. He has to find the other entrance for it, but I don't think he's going to be too worried about it. Yeah, keeping track of a lot of these things is trust us, it's pretty tough, but once you find all the items, Go mode is pretty much the same. You just remember which dungeons are where. Finding everything is the tough part. Also, now it looks like he's going to check out what's inside Spike Cave here. Just the fortune teller. Xirtanul finds him his blind hut. He's going to get himself the hammer in here. Not the hammer, the oh yeah, the hammer. So also taking advantage of the really good old man location in the seed.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think he's going to check out Tower Power.
Seems logical.
And you just went through a Spike Cave, then finally you went through the other cave in western Dark World of the mountain.
Best case scenario, this is like desert. Oh no, it can't be. Best case scenario, it is
Thieves Town.
Oh,
I was right. Thieves Town's really good.
Yeah, actually, he has all the stuff he needs to beat Thieves Town. I've been thinking of T Shuffle. We're not T Sanity today.
Yeah, especially the Cane of Burna. The Cane of Burna makes this a lot easier.
Yeah, I know. Cane of Burna, it's free. You just need Cane of Burna to beat this dungeon. That's it. Get all the items. Beat blind. No other weapons needed. Just can't use it at all if you have no half magic at all throughout the entire dungeon. You can only use it on blind.
Yeah. Hey, I've done it before. I've killed. Me and you have both done it.
I was the one who discovered it was possible.
I don't know if you were the one to discover it's possible. You're the first one to do it in a tournament race.
No. There was a significant amount of people who had no idea that didn't realize you could do it with just Cane of Burna, like good runners.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Christos had no idea that was possible, and he writes the logic. So.
Well, I did do it in one of my tournament races where I found like the sword like 40 minutes in. And I had like 3 dungeons down when I found the sword, and that was one of them because I had Cane of Burna. Ooh, Xirtanul finds the double chested fairy cave.
Oh.
Doesn't find anything in it though, and that is the cave south of Pod. There's another cave south of Pod I think he's going to go to next. Oh, no, he's going to... Oh, yeah. Another cave everyone's going to forget about. The house by Pod.
Using that Cane of Burn actually really well, Solski. Get through this dungeon easily.
Yep.
Does not want to die.
Now Xirtanul's going to go down to where you usually enter the Dark World from Foon 5. Nothing there. Let's see if he checks Pod out. Solski continues his quest through Thieves Town, and Xirtanul looks like he's going to check out what dungeon Pod will be. Dsitt finally finds his lamp. Alright, what do you think Pod's gonna be, Zelnus?
Sorry?
What do you think
I
Pod's
think
gonna
Pod's
be?
gonna be?
I want to say Swamp.
Skull.
Whoa!
Hey, it's Pod!
Wait a minute.
Why did you leave? Don't
Wait,
leave.
hold on.
Go back. Wait, what?
He's gonna go complete Hera now, I think. He has
Oh,
means
yeah,
to complete Hera.
that's true. Yeah.
He has lamp, he has hammer, so why
Why Vanilla.
Solski found the ice rod in Thieves Town. So that's an item that they're all going to find before they have to go kill Trinex, most likely. But then again, you never know.
Well, I mean, they got a lamp now. Oh no, they can't get to. So with the mirror, they can actually enter the rest of. They don't need the lamp to see the rest of. To see the rest of Turtle Rock now, or sorry, they don't need the fire rod. So that is something to keep in mind. Don't die, Xirtanul.
Xirtanul didn't quite get the block glitch, so he's going to have to try to survive these tiles with just a hammer.
You can dodge them sometimes.
Nope. Well, speaking of hammer, Solski using hammer strats on blind and doing a really good job of it. And gets it done. And I think he found the fire rod from blind. So both fire and ice rod in Thieves Town.
Fire rod's big. That means he can go back to Skull Woods and check what entrance that is. There you go. You got it, Xirtanul. Go ditch your water. Go to the washroom.
Now Solski has a few more caves up here in the Eastern Light World that's meant to check.
Swords are all in GT, obviously. Is that possible?
No. Not in this, I don't think. And if it was, if GT was shuffled, then yes, there's a possibility.
Are you sure? It could be.
Well, how are you going to complete Skullwoods or Aghanim's Tower without it?
Skullwoods is a pendant, isn't it?
That's evil.
Yep. No, this could be swordless until GT. This is very easily. We know all of the sword required. Well, no, because we know all the pendants. No, do we? Okay, so it requires.
Pendants are Hera, Thieves, and Skull.
Oh, okay, it's not possible then, because we need to use a medallion to get into a dungeon. So never mind. It's not possible because we need a medallion to get into one of the two
To
pendants.
both of them, actually.
Yeah, well, to get to both of them. So no, never mind. You need at least a sword.
Well, wait, can Aga be? No, we found all the pendant dungeons, right? No, we didn't find Skull. If Skull is in Mire, and Aghanim's Tower is at Turtle Rock, then maybe.
Oh, right. If Hyrule got shuffled into Turtle Rock, you're right. Oh, so if Desert's vanilla, it could be. You're right. So once we know what Desert is, that kind of answers a big question mark.
I think we're gonna find a sword before that, though. Personally.
I am kind of hoping for Four Swords Adventure in GT.
Oh my gosh.
Now that I've realized it's possible. It's very rare.
Commentator's curse.
V23, baby.
Oh, please don't give me memories of that.
People who don't know, V23 was a somewhat flawed logic.
I had like 3 seeds where there was 3 swords in GT. It was not fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, Xirtanul going up to fight Troll Dorm, our old buddy with the hammer.
It's not too bad of a fight once you've practiced it.
Oh, Solski found Potion Shop in the Dark World, Lake Hylia fortune teller.
That's good to know where that is. Oh, just a piece of art. But he got his other pendant.
Yep, so one dungeon down for Xirtanul, ties him with Solski. But Solski has 2 pretty important items out of the one he completed.
Okay, so
Dsitt finds...
So we can get into Turtle Rock now, and do a lot of it. So that's why Solski is routed into here.
Also, Dsitt finds Swamp at Swamp.
Oh. It's 2 vanillas.
Now, here's another interesting thing that we didn't fail to mention, but it's not going to come up in this seed, actually. Once you drain the dam, it stays drained.
Oh, yeah. That is a small thing. And you do need to do that to get Swamp, so. And the item underneath Swamp, so.
Is Solski going to try to clip into this door? I don't think he can... Oh, he's going to check the other entrances of Hyrule. Okay. And he takes out the king because he knows it's Turtle Rock. Okay,
right.
Very smart.
And there's a small key. And this could be required, like what he's doing here. Like it could be required to go to this side first before checking the fire rod portion. This side is the most beneficial. Are these entrances? The front entrance is minor.
He's finding the keys he needs to continue.
So this is a bit sign that Laser Bridge is required because we're here. We have the mirror shield, so that's another huge sign that it's required. Xirtanul is coming here though without the fire rod and the ice rod, so he won't be able to beat Trinets if the dungeon allows. Remember that they do have the bit key for this dungeon.
That's not just checking what's on the pyramid ledge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so they do actually have the bit key, so Trinets kill swordless might be required in this seed. In fact, it seems very likely right now.
So yeah, so Solski he might kill Trinex while he's here.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was his entire intention of that they have everything they need to beat Trinets. Now it's awful, but they do. The first sword could be on Trinets. So he's gonna reserve his magic as well as his health, and do this the vanilla way, which is to actually use your shield. There's the cape.
Yep.
Now, unfortunately, we won't know what's in the other bridge chest, probably.
Yeah, because we're having a little issues with our
restream. Yeah, that's fine. It's understandable. Feasel may be the robot, but his internet apparently isn't.
So, Xirtanul checking Catfish. Let's see if this pays off. There's an out-of-the-way spot a lot of people forget, but it doesn't pay off.
Okay, so, and yeah, he did get another key. So, this is required. What he is doing here is most likely required. I would not be surprised if Turtle Rock dropped an item right now.
Ninban finds Eastern Palace. I don't know where he is exactly, but he's going to go get the items from out of here.
Now, luckily, you can, and it looks like he's going to have it. Wow, that was so cool. He's just going to fire rod down the other head.
Yeah, not taking any chances here. Then use the hammer to kill the rest of Trinex. Xirtanul is going to check out what Zora has for us today.
Okay, this is something we don't know just yet. Well, nice life lesson.
Yep, the pyramid scheme pays off again for Zora. And Solski with a nice kill on Trinex.
Wow, that was so clean. He is so happy right now. This is huge. Oh. That was underwhelming. Sorry, Chad. I know that I hyped that kill up pretty hard. Well then. Sorry, chat. It's not even a 5-6. Oh, and he just exited out of that door. Right, I forgot about that. That oddity of randomizer.
He can check the rest of his chest now because he has the fire rod.
Mm-hmm. Funny enough, if he exits through the other door, he could get spit out. Ooh,
so
here's Eastern. This is big.
Well, Ninban's already been in Eastern. He found a sword in here.
Oh.
So, and Xirtanul's about to find his sword.
I totally missed getting a sword. This is that's a big deal.
Yeah, we were too busy paying attention to Solski kill Trinex without a sword. But there's his first sword, and the and Xirtanul being like, "Why you do this to me, game?"
But you didn't have to just kill Trinex without that. Although, unless they find another sword. I mean,
But that was Solski that killed Trinex. But yeah, Xirtanul and Ninban now have their first swords.
And Turtle Rock had absolutely nothing in it? Oh no, we still have another chest. So. Gotta be some. Wait, no, there's.
Vanilla big key chest.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes, possibly. One of these chests is gonna have nothing.
One chest is gonna have compass.
Yeah.
There's 2 chests left. One has compass.
They have all the small keys, so. Hopefully it's chain chomp chest so that you don't have to do anything else.
Nope, there's the compass. We gotta go to the big key chest.
At some point you question your life. You're here without a sword. You just killed Trinex. Nothing was on him. You're hoping this was the big play. It probably isn't.
You never know. This could if this is the bow or the hook shot, this is the big play.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, it's not shown on the tracker, but we saw obviously Solski has the lamp. He was able to do the room without the darkness. All right, let's see. Vanilla big key chest. Here we go.
Ah! Rip. Well, that was a possibly giant waste of time. There's absolutely no progression in Turtle Rock. So, sure, he's done it, but he did it very slowly without a weapon.
If others come in here with go mode, they're not going to have to worry about all those other chests.
Yeah, you could just walk to the boss, basically. So, that's actually quite unfortunate for him. There's no Mimic Cave to Mirror, too.
And Sahasrahla, he catches the green pendant. He just gets a green rupee and hammers down Sahasrahla for his troubles.
No, that's totally. Oh, okay, so Skullwoods is a play now. Like the Skullwoods entrance, I should say.
Well, let's see. I'm trying to figure out what's left to find. Like, what can Skullwoods kind of has to be Ice Palace, right? Oh no, Ice Palace can still be Ice Palace. Skullwoods can still be Skullwoods. I think that's all that's left, right?
I think so.
Found Meyer. Xirtanul gets his cane, so he can.
We still need to know. We still need to know what's at Turtle Rock and what's at. We need one of these guys with a sword to go to Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that's Turtle Rock could be desert and vice versa.
If Turtle Rock is Hyrule Castle, then I guess we already found our sword, unfortunately. So it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so the Ice Palace was the Eastern Palace. And that's where they got their sword. Very interesting. Alright. So all that's left is Alright, so we know Hera is... Eastern Palace was Hera. Hera was Thieves. Thieves is Meyer. So I think all is left... what's in Skull and what's in Meyer. One is going to be Skull, and the other one is going to be Ice. Solski sent over to Pod, which we know is going to be Pod. And Ninban, he's coming back to Mimic Cave. They found Mimic Cave early, but now he can complete it. He has the hammer. While Xirtanul, he's also now going to go into the rest of the... Oh, that's the hook shot!
Ooh, boy.
Ninban finds the hook shot in Mimic Cave, which was in, I believe, Kakariko Village. Oh no, it was south of Lake Hylia Island.
No, you picked the wrong door. Leave and never return. That door is cursed.
Anyway, Ninban finding the hookshot. This opens up, I don't think it opens up any new locations for him per se, but it allows him...
Cave.
It opens up Hookshot Cave, yes.
That's a big deal.
I
don't remember where it is, though.
Hookshot Cave, I believe, was... I want to say it was Race King.
Xirtanul's fallen into the trap. He just won't fall into it as deep.
Well, Xirtanul looks like he's going to complete... he's going to complete this dungeon the vanilla way from here on out. Oh, wait, no. Yes. Oh, yeah, so... Okay. Xirtanul now realizes what his, what he has to do now to complete Turtle Rock if he needs to come back here.
I'm sleepy but hyped. Don't you worry, chat.
Your yawning is making me yawn too, just letting you know.
Sometimes the way that these are captured, sometimes we will see like a weird fast forward effect when it tries to catch up.
And that's just a stream issue. These guys are not fast forwarding on their emulators or something like that. And Dsitt finds his sword. Solski still doesn't have his. Well, Xirtanul now, he's going to go check out what's going on in the rest of the rock. And...
Oh, he went way too high. He took damage too. He got hit and then bounced out. That's unfortunate. Doesn't Solski play swordless? He does, so this is perfectly fine for him.
Yeah, he's used to this. Alright, so these runners are still looking for a lot of items. They still need the bow. They still need to find the flute. I think that's the only items we, as commentators in chat, need for to know where everything is in this game. Or at least everything that's required.
There are some useless items in this game, like the bud net.
Which two of our runners already have.
Yep. Cane and Berna and most seeds, because Cape is just better. You don't have a bottle yet.
No bottle yet. Now we could be looking at a situation where, like, the bow is a possibility to be on a pedestal here.
Mm-hmm.
And Look at Ninban using the hook shot to dodge these tiles. Alright, we are now officially 1 hour into this race, and we are still looking for 2 very important items. Well, most of the runners are looking for a bunch of items. There's still only Solski has the fire and ice rod that he got from Thieves Town via Tower of Hera. Solski now, he's going to finally enter the Ice Palace to be into Eastern Palace and get his sword. Xirtanul finds Mimic Cave again and gets his hook shot. Let's see what Solski's reaction is to finding the sword. No reaction. Up there it is. Everyone else did the sword slashes. He had to do it as well. Okay, so Dsitt is going through Tower of Hera, as is Ninban. Solski going
I've
through
been
Eastern
muted.
Palace. What?
I was muted.
You just I wasn't ignoring you. You were making everyone ignore you. Alright. Equipped with the hook shot, Xirtanul is now heading towards the race game, which is actually going to be Hookshot Cave. So let's see. We already know this chest is nothing. But there's 3 more chests that we haven't seen yet. However, it looks like it's just more nothing so far.
Yep, more nothing.
And more nothing.
Oh, so we're just kind of trying to clean up things we already know. Only Solski on the race stream has the fire rod. I'm curious to see when he'll go back.
So check out what's hidden behind the swamp Skullwoods. Ninban having a rough time with the Troll Dorm here.
It's because he's using his sword, not his hammer.
Yeah, but he gets it done. Xirtanul, he finally finds his way to a mini Moldul cave. So he'll finally get his Quake Medallion, which we don't know if this is going to be required or not yet. Alright, so he's going to see. Ninban is going. Oh, he's leaving the pod area.
Okay.
So the big thing that Solski did, once again, something you mentioned earlier, he was the only one to go to Death Mountain using the mirror and hookshot, the mirror and the bumper cave entrance.
And that gave him rods, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Because if the flute is hidden behind whatever Skull Woods is,
well, the bow is actually more important. Is actually a bigger deal. The bow basically lets them do everything else.
But here's the thing: if the flute is hidden behind that fire rod spot, that means that entrance is required, and survivors might not realize that.
Oh, right. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's gonna cause a lot of forfeits, I think. I think that maybe not on the race stream, but some people are gonna forfeit because every other runner was there and then skipped it, not realizing that entrance is required sometimes.
Well, one thing these runners can do that none of them has done yet, they can go into swamp.
No, they have to find the dam. Oh, they did, didn't they?
Oh no, they haven't found the dam. You're right.
That's a big deal. Solski trying to find his way to the back end of the dungeon. So the entrances here are like kind of shuffled. They're like, some of them are shuffling amongst each other while others aren't. So you have to figure out where those are. And it's like, yeah, vanilla exit for that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the dam could possibly be here.
Why are you dropping down here? Is there like an item that he's missing in Skullwoods? So he's dropping down here? I guess so. Oh.
He was looking for this entrance.
But why? This just brings him back. Oh, he's missing this chest. He's missing these two chests for some reason.
Yep, there's the bug net.
Okay. Oh, he hasn't been to Skullwoods at all then. Or not very much, at least. Didn't go very deep into it.
Oh.
So it's just, in fact, the bit key. If it's on like Mothula or in the Mothula den, you need to find that and then come back to this bit key chest in Skullwoods.
Xirtanul checking 3 caves that everyone forgets about because there's nothing here in vanilla, but it can pay off here. But there's nothing here really.
Oh, he does have bombs. Okay. Oh yeah, no, he might not know. Oh, okay, no, he does. Okay, I thought he was gonna go into that other door. This part of Ice Cave is useless.
Yeah. Alright, so now Solski looks like he's going to check out what is going to be behind Skullwoods.
Yeah, this is going to be big. This could be Skullwoods proper.
Or it could be Ice Palace. And it's
Oh,
Skullwoods proper.
Skullwoods proper.
That means Ice Palace is at Mire.
It's a pretty big deal if Flute is here. He really wants that fairy. No!
Oh.
Oh no.
He wanted the fairy because he's low on health.
Looks like he's gonna suicide.
Yep, this is a quasi death warp. It's more of a refill. You know, where are the other guys gonna check out? It looks like maybe Dsitt is gonna realize how to get up to Death Mountain this way. Or nope.
Well, you might be trying to de-aggro. Nope. I thought you might have been trying to de-aggro the birds.
No, Xirtanul might. Let's see if he realizes. I think he does.
Everyone, send your power to all the runners to know.
I think Xirtanul knows. Yep, he got it.
Okay.
Well, Solski enters the Mothula fight.
We're good. We in there, chat. Still 2 runners though, who don't necessarily. Oh, he's here. Oh baby. These runners are feeling a little dumb. They weren't here earlier.
Nice fight for Solski on. He gets Mothra down. That's 4 dungeons down. And he can now pull the pedestal.
What? No, go back, Dsitt. Oh, no. Oh, okay, we are...
Uh-oh.
Oh,
No.
This is bad.
If Flute is on pedestal, because now Solski can pull the pedestal. I think he might be doing that now.
Really?
He has all 3 pendants.
That's amazing. That's an early pedestal for an old dungeons.
I mean, it looks like it could be required because there's 3 dungeons that are pretty easy to kill.
Yes, they went after this T-Sanity, and I really hope that we're done before that starts, because I want to play it.
Oh, you can leave and I'll take care of this myself.
No.
Well, all right, here we go, guys. You want pedestal? We're going to have a pedestal. A blind pedestal pulled by Solski.
Oh, baby. Why is Dsitt's screen so dark?
Oh, did you see that? He's trolling us. He drew a bomb there. Now he's going to go pull it. Wait, oh my god, he knows. What is he doing?
He knows.
He knows.
He knows something is here. I think there has to be something here.
I don't
It's the
know.
bow, isn't it? Bow. What?
Big 20.
Why is everything I hype up today so mediocre? I'm so sorry, Chad. I let you down.
That's what he gets for teasing us like that.
Okay, where do we even go from here? This is a weird seed.
We can still go into Meyer.
Oh yeah, okay. We can beat Meyer. Oh gosh, we have to do Spider Sword Meyer. Have fun, Solski. You don't have Bo to save you now.
Dsitt finally finds his hammer. Oh, the big chest and skull. It's just the key. Well, I don't know if Ninban was able to get to Death Mountain the way Xirtanul did, so... Alright, I think on Solski's end, because Solski's in the lead here, I think he has to go to Meyer at this point.
Yeah.
Which is it's in Thieves Town, which is where he's going now, looks like.
Is he looking for another entrance as well that he's forgot? Oh! Has he not checked this?
No, and this is I think this one has an item. Oh, yeah, this is Mini Moldorm Cave.
Solsti's showing off for the restreams.
Oh, he's going to talk to the cross product? No. Talk to the cross product, then man. And Dsitt's going to get his Quake as well from Mini Moldorm Cave. So all 4 of these runners now have all 3 medallions, so that won't be an issue for entering dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
That's another place we could still check. We could still check what's hiding on top of Death Mountain on Turtle Rock. It looks like Solski. Oh, he hasn't even checked to see what it says yet, so he's gonna go in here. He's gonna find Meyer. Will he complete it? Yes, he's going in.
No reason not to.
I can think of a reason not to. You have green tunic and fighter sword. That's a reason not to.
Well, you also don't have much to do, so this is quite normal.
Dsitt, now he has his Cave of Samaria. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to check out Meyer as well. It looks like we have all 3 of our runners in Meyer at the same time.
Well, unfortunately, only one of... Oh, no, they can all complete it now.
Well, Ninban can't. He doesn't have the king.
Oh, rip. Ninban, leave. Go find the king.
It's a pretty far away spot. I don't know if he'll be able to get to it right away. while Xirtanul continues to explore Death Mountain, which Solski's already pretty much full cleared already. And if I remember correctly, he didn't find too much other than, well, the big prize hiding in Thieves Town, which is on Hera. Oh, Ninban has the cane. Tracker. He's going straight to Vitrius before checking any other places.
Are you sure? Has he done? He might have done the rest of it. He might be one of the runners who came here earlier.
Oh, you're right. So there might not be anything in here.
I know one or two of the runners were already here. So maybe just him. We have Xirtanul doing though the Solski. So Solski's already done. He's gonna end up falling down a rabbit hole with this though. Finding the 2 rods here.
Yep, this will open up a lot of places for him.
Mm-hmm.
But he might get baited to pedestal also now. Alright, if you guys enjoy really stressful fights against Vitrius, 2 Hearts, Green Tunic, Fighter Sword, well, here we go.
You might see some bombs being thrown, or not. So there's a... Oh.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for him.
So there's a decent strat that I've seen a runner employ, and that is just sit in at the bottom of the screen and just swipe in. You don't move when you enter the door. You just swipe your sword a lot. And then once you see Vitrius like he's gonna drop his thunder, you drop a bomb to damage boost through the thunder. And just stay there. It's just something I saw Super Scotch pull off.
Well, at this point, I think Vitrius kind of has to have something.
Pretty sure he's at least one of the few. It's really hard to keep track of what hasn't been checked. But it's a pretty good chance that he is what needs to be done.
Well, I think there's one other place we can check that we haven't really checked too much, and that's that's Pod.
Okay. Yes, that seems
I
worthy.
believe all we've seen is the first chest, which maybe means we need the boat to continue. So now that I mention it, yeah. Alright, Solski and Ninban pretty much neck and neck here, going through Mire. I don't know if either one of them has opened big chest, which Dsitt, I believe, is trying to get to now. Oh, that was just a small key. And yeah, chat, please don't get my commentator confused with the NMG world record holder of the vanilla game. Two different people.
I am Zelnis, or Zelnas, and I am an Anglophone from Canada. I'm not Zelna, Francophone from Quebec.
Because someone was like, I didn't know Zelna played Randomizer. No, he doesn't play Randomizer.
You're right. He actually quite hates Randomizer.
Yeah. Anyway, Ninban took another death to Vitrius, which Solski is now. He's using the cape strats. Now he's on bomb strat.
Throw bombs. Not a bad strat considering how many times the bombs will end up hitting something.
And the bombs deal decent damage. It deals better than fighter sword damage, so there's that.
Yeah,
it deals the same as a spin slash.
Then they deal the same as like the bow as well. Bow shares that.
Yeah. Now he's trying to hammer, but hammering up is never a good idea. And he has to be very careful here. Ooh, he's on one more eyeball, and he got the eyeball. Let's see if we can take care of the big part. Might need the Benny Hill music playing in the background for this one. While Xirtanul takes care of the blind fight at the same time.
Don't die! Solski, no.
Ooh, he's got a good rhythm going. Got it. Nice kill. And Master Sword. So Solski gets rewarded with a Master Sword, but that doesn't really open anything new to us. Because we don't have the book, so we can't really check the tablets yet.
But Master Sword doesn't let us do anything. What is this? Where do they have to go? So confused. Can I return the pedestal now?
Return the Master Sword to the pedestal. No, there's a big 20 in the pedestal.
Yeah, this seed's gonna cause some forfeits.
Ooh, here's something that we haven't checked yet that's possible. Xirtanul is opening up T-Rock. If this is desert, this could have something. And Dsitt just ran out of bombs on the Victory side.
Completely forgot. Yeah, Solski didn't have a sword when he was up here the first time. I mean, Hyrule, if it's Hyrule, it could have something. It's got a better chance of having something.
Oh, yeah, that's true, because Hyrule could have... yeah,
could have a small key, which could lead... There's something under Lumberjack.
That is true. He doesn't go in, though. Oh, he's going to check what's in this area first. Okay. Well, Dsitt and Ninban both dealing with the Fighter Sword Vitreous fight. I think Dsitt is doing a little better job. I mean, Ninban's in here for the third time. And he hasn't used the bombs yet.
I'd say bombs are a really good strategy.
Also, we can tell that Dsitt is actually playing on a TV and a cartridge, I believe, because the screen's getting all fuzzy when the lightning bolts get shot out.
He just has a low-quality capture. Is what's causing that?
It could be.
Because, I mean, I don't think I see that usually when I watch, say, TGH or Ben, who also do it. It just seems to have a lower quality capture card. Probably like a cheaper standard def.
And Dsitt takes the death, and yeah, this Vitreous fight is
Use the cape. Oh no, they're abandoning it.
Yeah, we know that the Master Sword's in there. Let's see what Totorock is. Totorock is Hyrule Castle. So we got a lot of chests in here to check. So now we know the official locations of every dungeon in the game. I will give you guys a quick rundown. Eastern Palace leads to Hera. Desert Palace will be Desert Palace. Hera will be Thieves Town. Pod is Pod. Swamp is Swamp. Skull is Skull. Thieves Town is Mire. Ice Palace, Eastern Palace. Mire will be Ice Palace. And Totorock was Hyrule Castle. Hyrule Castle is Totorock, and Ganos Tower in this mode is always going to be Ganos Tower. Alright, let's see. Xirtanul finds in these chests here. We think it has to be either the bow or the flute. And there's the flute.
Okay.
Solski is playing the arrow game.
Why?
Why not?
Solski, just go back to Turtle Rock. Okay, buddy. Oh, we have a key, so yeah, this is required to get the stuff underneath. Interesting. So by the way, this does mean that was locked behind Fire Rod, I think.
I don't think so.
Oh, but progression is locked behind going up there, so that's...
Yes, that entrance is 100% required for this seed.
Yeah, so that's It's not good for the percentage of people to stay in this race.
Yeah, you can't flute up to Death Mountain. You have to take that route. Ninban finally using bomb strats on Vitreous is here again. Now, what's funny what Xirtanul's doing? He's trying to have the mirror out when he's done here, because if he continues up to Sanctuary, he's going to come out in the Lumberjack Cave.
Where was escape entrance? Turtle Rock. The weirdest entrance. So yeah, there are some people who I am seeing in the IRC some people who are posting almost as if like they think that this could be a soft lock. Soft locks are actually pretty rare in entrance. Just the way that the logic is written by a really smart dude right now, the current version. Unless this is the one generated from the website, which it isn't because it was a Dropbox link. So
Xirtanul died to the rats in Escape while trying to get the key from them. And yeah, CDRC is people are chirping about what needs to be done to complete this thing.
So interested in that, we might have just found out from somebody. Somebody's like, is Ida 1 required for it? So somebody might have found Ida 1 off the restream.
Well, I think Ida 1 at this point has to be one of the
desert.
No, it's in Turtle Rock somewhere. You just have to go out one of the side doors and then go up. Which I think Xirtanul can do now.
Yeah, which is kind of awkward. You're right.
Well, Ninban, on his 4th try, is down to 1 eyeball on Vitreous.
Also, we have to check this, which is Mimic Cave.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
it's a dam! The dam is Mimic Cave, are you kidding me?
Wow! Actual hype!
That's insane.
No, Ninban!
No, Ninban, what are you doing now?
You're at the easiest fate. Oh, right, you can't Fire Sword slash him.
Wow, so, okay.
It's okay, Ninban, it's not required, just leave.
Wow. That damn location. Luckily for Solski, he's about to find it as well. Yeah, Xirtanul now gonna go. He's gonna be the first one to kill Aga 1. So I was getting worried that like Dan would be on like Checkerboard Cave.
Yeah, that would suck too. Pretty deep in. So yeah, that swamp opened up. Do we know where swamp is?
Swamp is swamp.
Oh right. Ice is ice?
No, ice is mire.
Right. Okay. So we know where everything is.
Yeah, I got the dungeon run down already. So I can only imagine what Ninban's gonna feel after he finally defeats Vitreous and realizes that all he gets for it is the Master Sword.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Does it all dungeons require Ganon's Tower itself? Yes. Well, Ganon's Tower is required because it's required to open up Ganon in this version.
What all dungeons means basically is that Ganon won't be able to get damage until you complete all 10 dungeons, get all 10 pendants and crystals. Which in this mode, it looks like that most runners are going to get all the pendants before they get all the crystals. Anyway. And Solski did pull the pedestal for those that are joining us late, and it was only 20 rupees. Well, here's our Aga fight. So, chat, how many blue balls will Aghanim 1 fire at Xirtanul and all our runners in that case?
Does Old Dungeon include reaching the end of the sewers? No. Actually. That's not actually a requirement. Hyrule Castle, the dungeon, is finished here.
Hookshot was at Mimic Cave, and Mimic Cave was at, it was in the, Fortune Teller's house near Lake Hylia. And yes, Aga 1 is required in all dungeons. Which is why Xirtanul is doing it now. Also, one thing we failed to mention, when Xirtanul went through Escape and Solski is now going through Escape, our first bottle was at the Escape drop-down. And yes, Aga 1, once Xirtanul is done here, it will drop you off right at the pyramid, just like it would in the vanilla game and in regular randomizer. Yeah.
And it will trigger the dark light world. A fun fact about... Here's an interesting fact about world states that I found out. If you get Master Sword and a lamp in Escape, you can actually go up to Address 2, sorry, Address 1, beat him, and it ends the escape sequence in standard because it causes the world to change to Dark World. Sorry, it caused the world to change to like Light World 2 or whatever.
So after killing Aga 1, Xirtanul started back on the pyramid. He's now going to go into Turtle Rock through the Aghanim door in vanilla, and he's going to take out. Looks like he's going to take on Trinex. Well, Ninban on his 5th Vitreous fight, back down to 1 eyeball again, but again 3 hearts. It's the same situation he was in last time. And remember, he does not have the Cane of Burner or the Cape because he is also, along with Dsitt, doesn't realize that he can get up to Death Mountain through the Dark World and Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Ninban, let's go. You're down to just the Vitreous again.
Xirtanul gets down Trinex's right head.
Very nice. Come on, Ninban. I'm rooting for you, buddy. Oh, no!
Oh, no.
Alright, Xirtanul, let's go. Hammer away on Trinex. And he gets it. Alright, Dsitt is, I believe, officially lost. He doesn't know he can progress going up to, going through the same way as Xirtanul and Solski got to Death Mountain. Dsitt finds a Mimic Cave. He'll find his hookshot finally. Alright, Xirtanul doing something that Solski already did, Solski doing something that Xirtanul already did, Ninban going through Meyer again, and Dsitt, he finds hook shot. Let's see what if he realizes what he can do.
I feel so bad for Ninban right now. Solsti, stop trying to be Swagey.
Is he using the bug net? He must have been listening to your commentary earlier. You said it was trash.
Well then he cheats. Using the bug net's cheats.
No, he's not cheating. Stop it.
No, I know. I'm just kidding. No, but no one's doing that. That would be silly.
He just lives for the memes, as we saw earlier.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Though, I guess that's actually something we've probably got a lot of newcomers too. Every stream somebody's first. So one of the spoken but not really written down rules is that you can't actually watch your opponents. So opponents don't know where each other are in randomizers. That's just kind of a general randomizer rule. In other speed demon tournaments, it's actually quite common to watch your opponents.
But in randomizing, of course, it's different every time. It's strictly forbidden in the rules. And if you get caught, you kind of get banished from the community, so don't do it.
Yeah. Don't stream peek.
You'll probably see more when you watch, if you stay tuned to AGDQ in 3 weeks now? 2 weeks?
Yep.
3 weeks?
Yeah, we're gonna have to pound that into people's heads, because that will not be normal for people. Because it's actually quite common to watch like an opponent while you're racing, or even like chat about racing while you're racing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a thing to the randomizer community as a whole. Oddly enough, not the road light community. Very similar communities, but not in that.
Come on, Ninban, let's do this.
Stop getting hit by the lightning, please. At this point, I think he's just gonna. He might quit after he beats this.
Also, just occurred to me, I didn't realize Solski does not have the hook shot yet. He's the only one that doesn't have it yet. You know, he's finally going to activate his flute, so get your swag ducks in the chant. An hour 37 in, we get our first flute activation. And same with Arsenal side as well. So Mimic Cave, which is where the hookshot is in Dark World, Fortune Teller by Lake Hylia. Solski flips right to 7, sees that it's only a piece of heart. Damn, not the bow. At this point, Solski's looking for the bow and the hookshot. One Xirtanul, he's looking for the bow and a sword upgrade.
What the synth? Oh, never mind. Rip the synth.
Yeah, there's a little bit of sync there, but nope. Solski's going to go to check out Desert first.
Honestly, I think that we're out of single dungeon caves that are useful, so I don't think we're going to see Solski checking those.
Well, there's no. We found all the item ones?
Except for maybe like Spike, maybe?
Yeah, we haven't found Spike Cave, but yeah.
So many vanilla dungeons, by the way.
Yeah, there's I think 5 of the dungeons for vanilla. Yeah, we haven't found Meyer Shed either yet. I don't think what else we haven't found. Or if Xirtanul finds the bow, he is in go mode.
Yep. If anyone finds the bow. Well, actually, Solski somehow hasn't had the hook shot yet.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird.
He hasn't found. I think he knows where Mimic Cave is. He hasn't rechecked it yet.
Yeah.
I think there's nothing in Desert.
Darn, another dead end. Jeez. Do we know where the bomb shop is?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I remember now.
Remember,
Okay, that might be.
I'm trying to remember now. Did Xirtanul drain the dam?
I
I know
don't
Solski did.
remember. Ooh, yeah, but he still needs his hook shot.
Yeah. Man, this
That could be-
engine shuffle is crazy, guys.
Yeah, we do know we're potting EPR. I think that Solski is going to be done by about, like, sub 230. And that's what... We're going to see our first finish, though, I think around 215. And I think somebody cracked the code of this early. But then again, that person also needs to have the mechanical skill to do some of this. This is actually a pretty mechanically difficult seed.
So a lot of runners, including top runners, forfeited from this race. They're getting a little frustrated with what's going on.
And we're seeing, for the curious, Matinets, Tear, and Hippos. Tear and Hippos, Matinets, all actually top normal runners, so... not really feeling this seed. Based on the comments, possibly not enjoying it. Ninban also said in IRC, do you feel my salt? I feel like he's wanting me to project that to you, chat. He also came back here after buying more bombs, which has to be the most dedication to killing a boss I've ever seen.
I think he thinks that this has to be something.
Yeah, because he doesn't have... He's going to be... I don't know what he'll do when he beats this. Oh, hey, Tear. Use your cape, please, for the love of all that is holy.
Ninban does not have the cape.
Oh, gosh. Go find... Oh, no. This is the worst scenario.
The cape is on Laser Bridge.
Right. This is the worst timeline.
Alright, come on. Up. Solski found Spike Cave.
No! No! Oh, God. How many forfeits so far? Just 3. 3 from top runners, though. What were those? Is that just blue rupees?
Well, on Solski's side?
Yeah.
Solski found the blue mail.
Oh, that's good.
Blue mail at Spike Cave.
How do you lose spin speed there? I'm confused.
I don't know how to do spin speed in the first place. Alright, ooh, that's where Spike Cave was. Interesting spot for it. Xirtanul found it though, so he's gonna go in. And there's one more place here to check. Ooh, and that's the Chicken Hut, another place we haven't seen yet.
Okay, never mind. There were a few items. Wow. Stop!
Solski,
Don't hurt him.
PETA, please! And there's the silver arrows.
Wow. Still no bow, though.
Now Solski's going to open up Mire, which we know is going. He knows also it's going to be Ice Palace. One thing to consider though, Solski doesn't have hookshot yet, so if the bow is hookshot blocked, I mean, I think Solski can probably get over there eventually. Might take a long time, but Xirtanul can complete this dungeon pretty much the intended way in non-bomb jump speedrun. And also, the penguins go down a lot easier hookshot, which you'll see Xirtanul do here. And there's the shovel in Ice Palace, oh my. Alright, Dsitt now back into the Victorious fight himself. He also thinks that this is going to be progression. We know it's not.
Yeah, our top runners still don't know how to get to Death Mountain. Can't take eyes off Ninban. I don't blame you, honestly, at this point.
Solski not bomb jumping. Xirtanul is attempting to bomb jump.
And another death to Vitreous. Vitreous' death count in this like randomizer must be so high, like across all the streams.
Oh yeah, especially because a lot of runners will be killing him with the fighter's sword or attempting to.
So strange that this isn't progression, but for some people this is where progression is. Like, or it's not even where progression is. It's going to be where they forfeit when they beat. I'm going to be really sad if he quits. Because he doesn't know. Because that is the roughest spot. That's one of the traps in entrance, is that one cave.
Yeah, especially because we know the flute is blocked by going up the mountain for that access. Well, Ninban doing a lot better this time around, although he still only has 3 hearts left. There's a lot of things that a lot of these runners might miss out on, like silver arrows and blue mail, which both in really out-of-the-way spots. Like, for instance, Xirtanul does not have the silver arrows. Solski did, in fact, get them. So it looks like at this point, I don't think Ice has anything yet either.
Oh, this is... Okay, come on, Ninban. Don't get hit. Please. Oh, it's so many hits. This guy has 200 HP or something like that. It's like 220.
128.
Oh, it feels like 200.
And it almost kind of is. That's why the silver.
Oh, you did it! Yes! Yes!
Thank you! And it's a massive sword. He's gonna be so confused.
This isn't progression.
Alright, I don't think we found any progression on Ice just yet. I think we're gonna have to try to kill the Coldstare here. Maybe Coldstare has the bow? Is Ninban going in the right direction? Let's see. Nope, he's not.
Oh, no. Oh, and Dsitt is checking the map, so...
He's been on the map screen for a few minutes now. And Ninban is trying to figure out which way to go. Meanwhile, Solski into the Cold Stare fight. He has half magic Fire Rod, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem.
To think, after all these Randomizers, this is the mode that ends up tripping people up. Simple entrance.
So Ice Palace having 2 fetch quest items, the shovel and the mushroom. Now let's see if they remember where the potion shop was.
Oh no, neither of our top runners know where to go.
One of these fetch quest items should have the bow at this point. Or if they want to be really evil, have the book that leads to the bow. Solski had the shovel spot first. Remember, Solski still needs to get back into the Mimic Cave to get that hook shot.
Yeah, seat is rough.
20 rupees. Oh, they found the book also in Ice. Did Ice Palace really have all 3 fetch quest items?
Apparently.
I didn't see them get the book. They might have got the book in the Mire area though.
Solsti then missed it.
No, Solski has it. I saw it in the menu.
Oh, okay.
Xirtanul, he's going back. He's going to find the cave that has silver arrows. The Spike Cave. Not Spike Cave. Oh, he's going to Agina's cave here. Alright. Solski returns the mushroom. That potion shop, I think, is in, let's see if he knows where it is. Looks like he does.
Oh. Solsti's gonna go down.
He's going to, this is, yeah, this is going to be his hook shot. Oh no, this is a potion shop. This is green goo. The light world has it. So he's going to mirror and get to the light world and he's going to get a hook shot.
Finally with the hook shot. Jeez. Ninban only has 1 dungeon down. No. 2. Okay, 2. Good.
He's now going through Turtle Rock. Alright, so Solski finally gets his hook shot. So now he can now go into Swamp. I don't know if Xirtanul found a dam, which is in a very, very, very far away place.
Yeah. Hyrule Castle, like Mirror Cave, like
Vanilla Mimic Cave.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh, Sick Kid check. We didn't check this either. Sick Kid was the dam. But that's just 5 rupees.
Have we done the shovel yet? Did I miss it?
Yeah, the shovel was 20 rupees.
Oh, darn.
Then he now is going through Laser Bridge. He finds the magic cape. I bet he wish he had that for Viddy. Alright, looks like Xirtanul is going to be the first one to dive into Swamp Palace. Just remember, these runners did find a book. They didn't check either of the tablets yet.
I mean, I'd much rather check 6 items here than 1 item in 2 random spots.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, Xir doesn't have Master Sword because he hasn't done Mire. Huh. Oh no, he did chat. He just can't get.
Yeah, you can check it, but you can't get it. Well, Solski now checking Hookshot Cave, which we know is not going to have it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm pretty sure Solski is now. I don't think he's been keeping track of locations. He might be a little lost.
Possibly. Seems
I mean, he just went back into Thieves Town again.
odd for Solski. He's very good at this.
There's the bow. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh wow.
Xirtanul has achieved
Go
go mode.
And with the bow, he doesn't have silvers yet, but with the bow, he can do like that's a much easier way to kill Vitreous.
I would say he's not technically in go mode yet. He doesn't have his Master Sword, or like he can't kill Ganon, but he will eventually because we know the Master Sword is behind Vitreous.
Mm-hmm.
Solski is going to check Mama's tablet.
Guys, he is in go mode. He doesn't have Master Sword, but when you get everything but a sword, you check some chests, but he won't be checking Overworld. He'll be going to all the dungeons.
Plus, we know as commentators he's going to find a sword on Vitreous.
Right. Now, that means that when he's in dungeons, he will do all the dungeons, but he will probably not check Overworld because it's much better to just check GT. Ganon's Tower has the highest likelihood of having swords in it because it has the most item locations. He's not in commentator's go mode. He is in a go mode. It is not a like full blown. He's still gonna check chests. It's the same when you have Master Sword and Silverless. You check all the chests that are nearby you that don't take very long because you save time by checking them. For him, he needs to check them, but he won't be checking Overworld for one sword.
Alright, Solski's now going in. Solski found red mail on Mama's tablet. So he's going to be behind Xirtanul at this point. Actually, he might be ahead because he has one extra dungeon complete. He has Mire complete.
Yeah.
And Skullwood's complete.
So no, he's ahead. Just took him a little bit longer to get here.
Once he finds the bow, he'll be ahead. And the bow is in a spot that everybody's going to check. Well, again, he had a feel for Ninban and Dsitt, not knowing how to get up to Death Mountain still, 2 hours in. Oh yeah, Xirtanul using the menu strats on Argus, hookshotting and then hammering.
So much menu, and yep. Hey, Bijan, did you actually finish that seed? I'm sure you did.
And ladies and gentlemen, Solski is now the first one to be in real, actual go mode because he has the sword upgrade already. And he is 2 dungeons ahead of Xirtanul at this point. The tracker doesn't show, but Xirtanul did complete Ice Palace. But Solski already has Mire done, and thus has a Master Sword, and he also already has Skullwoods done.
So he just has 3 dungeons to go.
He has complete Pod and Eastern, which are Pod is at Pod, Eastern is at Ice, and then he has to get to. Well, that's it. Once he completes Swamp, so yeah, all he has to do is Pod and Eastern. He's on his way to Death Mountain. Solski is doing pretty good, I'd say.
Can you do Ganon before other required dungeon? No, so Ganon isn't a dungeon boss. He is just a boss that chills in a room. As far as the game's concerned, the pyramid is not a dungeon. It doesn't have a map, I don't think. So it's just considered a cave. So Ganon is not a boss, but Addo 1 is. So they have to beat all 7 Dark World dungeons, all 3 Light World dungeons, the Adrenum's Tower, so the Adrenum 1 needs to be down, and then they need to beat Adrenum 2 and Ganon's Tower. And then, once they've done that, they can fight Ganon. Now, what could be required, but wasn't required here, you could be required to do... Oh, he found Stalwart, right, Stalwart's is vanilla. You could be required to do Ganon's Tower first. Before doing all the dungeons.
Xirtanul is still checking from out of the way chests, looking for sword upgrades. So because he has everything else. So all he needs is a sword upgrade. Little does he know that all he has to do is kill Vistrius, and he'll get it. So if people are just coming in here and seeing what's going on and realizing why is Dsitt and Ninban have so many few items compared to everyone else, there's one spot. The only way to get up to Death Mountain is by mirroring from Vanilla Bumper Cave and going up that way. And both Dsitt and Ninban have not realized that.
Yeah, it is a very, very common spot to trip up runners, specifically in Simple, because there are very few ways to get up to Death Mountain in Simple. Pretty much just like 3 locations. So you usually need Flute, but Flute is locked behind Hyrule Castle, which has been shuffled into Turtle Rot's vanilla location. So it looks like Dsitt is just chilling on the pause menu. I assume that these 2 runners are probably continue on because they're in the restream, so they're just trying to figure out what they've missed. Which is maybe Dsitt's figured it out. No,
We shall see. I don't know. Has Ninban figured it out?
No.
I mean, Dsitt's in the right area, but he's in the wrong world.
He had the right idea.
If he gets there from the Dark World, he's there.
But the thing is, both these runners looked at it, saw it, didn't see an item on Bumper Cave, and were like, okay, that's not required. But the mirror is an early item that they got. And the worst part is Ninban entered it, saw that it was like the Race Brothers, and then didn't continue. Ninban, go
that way.
No, go up, go north. He stopped, he thought.
Let's see. Come on, Ninban, you can do it.
Yes, you can do it. No, go north, please, no. Oh, we're seeing a pedestal pull.
Xirtanul gonna pull this pedestal also. He's gonna find a big 20.
So earlier I said that I thought Solski would get this done in just under sub 230, but somebody would finish at 215.
Oh, it's the tempered sword behind Armos.
Wow. All the swords behind that stupid boss. All that stupid stuff. No. Ninban and Dsitt are in the wrong location. Okay, all we have left is Pod. Xirtanul's gonna go do Skull. Let's slide. Oh no, he
just did Skull. He just did Skull and just pulled Medicine.
Right. Okay, and one last dungeon, Vanilla Location Pod.
And in Go mode, that means you don't have to check the back of Pod at all.
Yeah, they already have the big key, don't they?
No, because was the big key in the one chest
I think
that you could check?
Was?
I don't remember what was in that chest. I know it wasn't a small key.
Yeah, it was not a small key. We did have one of those seeds. Yeah, pod. We did have a pretty much podless. I don't remember what was there, but
I remember all 4 runners checked it, and then they all said, "Yeah, we can't go any further." So there's definitely not a small key. I don't know what was there. Was it the big key? I thought it was the big key. So
yeah. So this is it's gonna be straight to the boss then. I was pretty sure it was bid key. We've had 2 dungeons where like the first chest in the dungeon was bid key, then turtle rocket and pod.
Yeah.
So I was pretty sure I remembered that. So.
I think this is Xirtanul's first time through Mire. I think so.
Solski is almost to pod. Or sorry, almost to Helmasaur. Ninban is going the wrong way again. Unfortunately, we're not playing major glitches. Randomizer, in which case pod is like the easiest dungeon to just kind of jump your way through. Okay. Oh, come on. Send Ninban and Xirtanul or Dsitt your energies. Dsitt's going back into this dungeon.
Well, Solski now has all 11 dungeons completed. So his next objective will be Ganon's Tower.
Which, conveniently enough, is faster to save and quit rather than mirror and flute. Because of where the save point is. It's a very odd save point.
So guys, there's a little game we like to play when we enter Ganon's Tower. It's called Where the Heck is this big key gonna be? There are 22 chests in the basement of Ganon's Tower. And as you, the chat, are play little games, try to figure out which chest will contain that big key. And Solski just realizes that it's needed to save and quit. So Zelnus, which chest are you going to call for this big key?
I always say 22, so that where the 22 or 1. Those are the ones I guess, because I don't want execution. I want execution to win, not because you picked the wrong route.
Well, I'm going to go with chest number 7. It's going to be the last, in most cases, it'll be the last chest they check in the Stalfos room.
I would actually be totally okay if GT was never randomized, but it's too late and too ingrained in the culture.
And just so Chad knows, we still have 0 .duns in the IRC.
So Solski could be first, and Solski is good at this, so it's possible. Alright, Xirtanul will have an easier time with those wooden arrows on Vitreous than Dsitt
has had, and Ninban definitely had. Solski is opening up Ganon's Tower. 2 hours and 10 minutes in. So, similar to my normal randomizer runs. Alright, here we go. Solski into Ganon's Tower. And he goes right side to check these 2 chests first, which is pretty much the normalized route nowadays. We see 50 rupees, and we see the compass, so you're forced to go left. Bob will live, because only the map is on the torch. Now in the Stoutfus room, bomb upgrade, small key, and a big key, chest number 6.
Oh,
I was almost right.
yeah, and with no duns yet, so I was. Wow, I could be right. No, probably not. Probably won't clear the tower and the bosses in 4 minutes, unfortunately. So my prediction was off a little bit by the 2:15, but.
Yeah,
Sub 2:30, was correct. Oh, we have our first done. I was right.
We have our first finisher.
We have our first finisher from Amazing Afros, probably one of the best entrance players.
He finished 3rd in the entrance shuffle tournament earlier this year. He got it done official time of 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 6 seconds. No surprise there. He's also in the final 4 of the regular main tournament going on right now. So he's a phenomenal.
Disclaimer, also wrote the current version of the Entrance Shuffler logic, although the majority of the groundwork was done by a guy named LL Cool Dave.
Yeah, and AA also, he studies the logic like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
He knows more about the logic, I think, even more than some developers.
I wouldn't say that, but
Other than developers,
on par with the developers, probably.
Yeah. That shows you how tough the seed was. One of the top 4 runners from this year's tournament, and one of the top 3 entrance shuffle tournament runners.
Well,
still took 2 hours and 12.
Well, 2:12 is actually quite average finish. It's about like the equivalent of like a 1:45 in. And that's about what the seed was. The seed wasn't actually like. It was hard, but the locations weren't trolly if you know where the entrances are.
Yeah,
Fortunately, we have runners who don't.
Well, Solski, I'm going to say Solski's going to finish top 3.
Oh, I think he's probably going to get 2nd. I don't see anybody else as on like the skill level. Like, maybe Aktabacher.
Kyung also.
Sorry?
Kyung too.
I actually don't know who that is very well.
He was in he's in the top 8 of this tournament. It's pretty good.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Troyan. I don't know what his entrance shuffler practice is. Yeah, I know Troyan. I just
I actually just brought up his stream, and he is basically neck and neck with Solski.
Oh, okay, perfect. There we go.
I had a feeling it was going to be him.
Did you miss a pet seed? No, but you are watching Old Dungeons, which requires all 3 pendants.
And the pedestal was pulled by both Solski and Xirtanul.
Yeah. It turns out Star Wars being a pendant means that we get some memes. So,
especially when it was the 3rd pendant for both the runners.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure it was the 3rd pendant almost nearly guaranteed because of where Thieves Town and Para was and what items were inside them.
Is it really fair for people with access to and that do work on the code to be allowed to compete? Considering it's all open source, absolutely.
Yeah, All the
Yeah.
information is public information.
Yeah, there's nothing hidden. Again, somebody had a good analogy in chat. Just because you made a program that that randomizes heads or tails doesn't mean you know where heads and tails are going to come up.
So I just want to give another spoiler that ACMLM is racing and he's in the Ganon fight.
Oh wow! Okay.
Ninban has it. Ninban found it.
Oh my gosh! Praise to Ninban!
2 hours and 15 minutes later, he finally finds the code.
Oh. We have another forfeit from Emo Saru.
Yeah, I'll talk to her later about what she might have missed. 'Cause me and her talk a lot in Discord. Solski in the Aga 2 fight. Another 4 from John Rossums. Yeah, I think Solski's going to get in third here. It's going to be close, though, between Solski and Kyung, I believe. But Ninban finally opening the seat up. He's still going to take about an hour and 15 minutes to complete it, though, because of all the things he has left to do. And ACM has finished in second with 2 hour, 16 minute, 28 seconds. Solski memeing again with the swag net. He's going to be neck and neck with Kyung, I believe. And another top runner says no to the rest of the race, Ben Teasy. Yeah, this seed was absolutely brutal. I never saw the just high from the Ganon before.
Wow. Yeah, like I said it like an hour in. That is the most common trap for new runners, and this is the race that's gonna have a lot of new runners.
Xirtanul has all dungeons completed. I didn't see what it said for the silver because it's more specific in entrance shuffle, and I think it said something about poultry. It was in my area, but Solski gets it done. He is not done with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 17 minutes, 53 seconds in third place, and right behind him it was Kyung92, fourth place with a 2:18:10. So GG Solski, finishing first among our 4 runners by a pretty comfortable margin. I think he's got about at least a 5 to 7 minute lead on Xirtanul here.
Mm-hmm.
And who did steal the 4th triangle? And for Rami, another top runner, finishing in 5th place.
Yeah.
2:18:45.
Ferame is one of the top entrance runners as well. So apparently another trip up was where the flippers were. Do you even remember?
So long ago.
I know. But
it was in an out of the way cave. I know that. Well, Xirtanul's about to enter Ganon's tower himself. Ninban is on the right path to get his flute and thus open the seat up a little more. And Dsitt, yeah, he's still a little confused on to where he can go. So Ninban about to find his flute, finally. And Dsitt again, the right area but the wrong world in order to progress. And Xirtanul gets his big key. He's going up. Vitreous had the Master Sword. Or
This is why simple shuffle is worse than full shuffle. By the way, it is actually worse. It's considered by like a lot of people to be the worst logic. It's actually like can be harder, as seen here. The things it requires you to do are weird.
And joining us now is our first place finisher among the four being restreamed, and third place overall, Solski. How are you doing today?
Great, guys. How you doing?
How did you feel about this seed?
Me personally, I dodged a lot of the trolls, so that was a lot of fun.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, the only actual troll was just not having enough knowledge about the randomizer. Apparently, flippers. Do you remember where they were?
oh jeez.
Yeah, there were.
I feel like they were early. If they really trolled people, I'd say they were probably Death Mountain. Because once I remembered about that sequence, I figured that would be the big troll this race.
Well, that's what messed up a lot of these runners, including Ninban and Dsitt on our stream. Ninban just figured it out he figured it out while you were in the Ganon fight.
yeah.
Dsitt is literally just checking every inch of the map because he's not 100% sure if he's missed a spot or not. So.
Yeah, it's like a really, really fine rule. Because once I had Dark World access in the mirror, I'm like, well, I can actually head up to Death Mountain. And it was funny because I sequence broke the red cane really early with the flippers, and then I have Mirror Shield, and I'm like, I think I really want to go back to TR, but I want to check out Death Mountain first. That's why I wrote it down first.
Being completely useless.
Yeah, which was funny.
Very
because
surprised. Yeah.
Same, but you ended up getting what? Both rods. I can't remember where they were.
Thieves Town.
Both rods in Thieves Town, which is
that's
Arrow,
it.
yeah.
That's it. So it was good timing that I actually decided to go that without a weapon too. So.
Yeah, you were in there well before anyone else, but you also did find a sword last.
That was funny.
1 hour for the first sword, and it was in a pretty funny location. The first is in Eastern.
I think I had like 3 or 4 dungeons done already, and it was like, oh, here's my first sword, yay!
So also, Actaboker has finished in 6th place with a 2:22.08.
Right on. Yeah, Axe one of the strongest runners in ER, so he's really good. Same with AA.
Yeah, no surprise. There's really no surprise that AA won this, I don't think.
No. I'm like, where is he? And then I saw the connect. I'm like, he's gonna finish, isn't he? And then sure enough, yeah.
Yeah, he finished right where you. I think just after you found the big key, right?
Right around there, yeah. No, I was in Cannonball Room, or just heading to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you were going up when he finished. So yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty close. So
Xirtanul does not have the silver arrows. Oddly enough, it's really funny. He found the blue mail, but he didn't find the silvers, and they were right next to each other.
Where were they again?
The Meyer area.
Oh yeah, with the mirror and stuff, right?
No, not with the mirror. After it was in like. Well, Ninban's probably about to find it. The Meyer Cave to the east was Spike Cave, which had the blue mail. Oh no, the right Meyer the right Meyer head had that, and the cave had the silvers in. I forgot what cave it was though.
Flips were in the bow shop. That's
right. Flippers
other major troll for new runners.
Not the was it the. Or was it the? Oh no, it was Power Glove. The Power Glove was at the. Yeah. Oh man, it was absolutely insane.
This is
Yeah,
actually the
Power Glove.
worst new player seed I've ever seen. It literally
Yeah.
had progression in all of the awful spots.
That's why I said my comment was like that's an ERC because literally anything you learn in ER, you needed
Yeah.
to get progression through. So
And like in full, the one thing doesn't come up as often. The Dark World Exit,
yeah,
like being something that doesn't come up as often in full, just because of the way it's programmed. So this was like the hardest a simple seed could probably get, honestly.
yeah. Like I was gonna say, I've played easier fulls.
Yeah, like
But,
I've seen fulls that are like an hour and a half. Like
Yeah,
this seed is. I even said like 215 is the average. Like, it's pretty average finish. Like 212 is about like a 145 for open. So just because I've been told like the average for good runners is like 145 to 230. Like is kind of the average range for a good player.
yeah. How'd you guys like my Meyer fight for
Uh,
Victorcus?
Actually, no, that was great. It was interesting to see that, and then like 30 minutes later, see Ninban fight him 7 times.
I think
Oh,
Ninban fought
wow.
him 8 times, and Dsitt has fought him 6 times and still hasn't killed him.
Ouch.
And a
Yeah,
bunch
that's
a bunch of people have come in after forfeiting and saying, I really hope Vidi didn't have the progression item. That means they also were in the same boat that Dsitt is in right now, which is they don't know how to get to Death Mountain.
And
They think
And I-
Victorious has the bow or the flute.
I've been messaging people, and yes, that's the common response. Oh, I didn't know that was there. The other one is the flippers. Now,
Yeah, right.
Ben Teasy quit because he forgot about that spot. The flippers. He was missing those. So,
Wolf
Where was
38
that again? Sorry.
Wolf,
the bow shop in. Dark
Oh,
World.
the Dark World. So the
So
going through the
literally
forest, yeah.
one of the least used locations in like other than East Hylia. Or at least
you mean the Red Shield shop. I think it's a little more easier for people to realize.
Oh, is it?
what we're
Oh,
talking about.
okay. Well, I mean, Red Shield is normally gotten from the ferry, so.
But you could buy the Red Shield there in vanilla for 500 rupees.
Oh, okay. I always thought it was the arrow shop because it's the only shop that you can buy arrows in.
Yeah, I mean that's also true. It's Holy Oddity
Yeah.
shop.
Oh, okay. Oh, I always called it bow shop.
I think
Either
Xirtanul-
way. Arrow Red
What,
Shield.
what again say? Did you find the arrows near Meyer? Is that what it said?
Yes, it gives you a more exact location and entrance.
I loved his text box today. Hi.
Aye.
I was expecting like spam, so that's why you saw sword slashes afterwards. I'm like, oh what?
Yeah,
a lot of
so,
them.
So for people who know, entrance does a few things differently. Yeah, and this isn't developed by the same team that developed the open modes or key sanity. So there are a few funnier things like hi, just 1 TED spots instead of 3, or and Seshrilla is can you get my family heirloom from, which is a shorter TED spots than please don't get the green pendant to get an item for free.
I mean, I think remember Ganon just said hi, but I think Blind had like 3 lines of text in this seed.
So they do change it up a bit. The reason that the main randomizer doesn't do that, and then Vitor upset, is because he didn't want to like ruin muscle memory in these fights. So he keeps it to 3 TED spots as long for Ganon, 1 TED spots long for.
And nice kill Xirtanul with the Silverless strats on Ganon, and he has finished in 8th place. And he said, not too unhappy for first ER ever. So this is his first ever time running ER, and he finished in 8th.
That's pretty good. And this is why, and guys, if you want to see him again, January 29th, 1 p.m. Eastern.
December 29th.
December 29th, 1 p.m. Eastern. The secondary tournament finals will be somewhere on Speed Gaming. Keep your eye out. He'll be in that. He'll be playing it in Zane. It's going to be pretty sweet because Xirtanul's a really, really good runner. Like definitely on par with the bracket finalists for the main tournament.
All right, we have Xirtanul with us now. GG, sir.
Guys. Thanks.
So your first entrance rando ever. How did you feel about all this?
I was actually wondering where the hell was that, Dark Death Mountain access?
Yep, that's the most common thing to be tripped up on for the first time, by far. So
of course, damn crabs at Ice Rock Cave.
oh yeah, progression. Yeah, progression being at Mimic Cave,
We have Xirtanul with us. now.
Hyrule Mimic Cave. Progression at
GG, sir.
Oddity Shop, as I'm being told to call it.
So your first entrance
I'm
rando
gonna fix
ever.
this,
How do you feel about all this?
We're gonna fix this real quick.
Yeah, you got a little echo there, sir.
Yep. No, it's from the stream. Yep.
Oh,
Oh, it's been fixed. Sweet.
oh, I know what it was. It was because of Xirtanul's stream. Got it. So now we got the sound on Ninban's side, so we're good to go now.
But yeah, I mean, we at the end, I was like, wait, I have a bottle. Where is Sick Kid again? So I checked like a couple of locations where I thought he was, but I just couldn't remember. Same goes for Witch on. Well, I did remember where Agita or Sahasrara was. That's about it.
So another interesting thing, both of you basically found the bow similar times. The thing is though that Solski, he had already completed Meyer and Skull before you had. And that was pretty much the difference between the two of us.
Okay, well, like I said, I'm really not too unhappy with with my time.
You should not be. That was a very solid time for a seed that was this trolly with only one way to get up to Death Mountain, and it was required because of where the flute was.
Yeah, indeed. And I mean, I do have to say, I hope I gave the audience what they wanted with the blind pull on pedestal.
Solski did it before you, so...
Damn it.
It was pretty hyped, though. He did it around an hour and 10 minutes in, because he already had all 3 pendants by then.
Oh, that is really nice.
Got the big 20 will sleep again forever. So, the other 2 runners on stream, both Ninban and Dsitt. Ninban, he took a long time. He took around 7 or 8 tries to kill Vitreous, and he also couldn't find a way up Death Mountain. He finally figured it out just about when Solski was in the Gainer fight and you were like in Eastern. Dsitt has still not figured it out, but he is getting close to the right direction. Hopefully he realizes where to go. We've been rooting for both of them the entire time because they've both been struggling with a lot of different things.
Well, the main reason why I went there was because the bottom entrance was the bottom one to Spiral Cave, I think it was. Was like, wait, maybe on top of there is a Spiral Cave, so I'll get Flute there to get to the Death Mountain. And all of a sudden, wait, why is this old man cave?
Yeah, I think Zelnus is he's gonna be setting up. He's probably gonna be running the 11 o'clock race, which will be, I think, on the main Speed Demon 1 channel in 25 minutes. But hey, Dsitt.
That's exactly why I've been quiet, actually.
Yeah, I figured as much. All right, Dsitt is in the right area. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Let's do this. No, don't do that. No, he doesn't realize. He thinks that it takes you up top, but then you can mirror it there, and I feel bad. This is where Hype Cave is. And Xirtanul puts the $20 back in the pedestal. Good boy.
Well, Finder's Keeper's not really, but in this case, it's a special 20 rupees.
Yeah. And Elminster grabs 9th place with a time of 2:31.06 with the comment, that was a hard entrance to find. Yes, it was.
But yeah, I mean, I have to say, I quite enjoyed it. I mean, this actually added to the entire puzzle level of, where to go and what to find. But I do think next time I should start taking some notes, because I really forget a lot of important places.
Yeah, so I think Solski, you kind of missed out on Hookshot for a while, because you grabbed that pretty late in the scene. You were the last one of the 4 to grab Hookshot.
Yeah, I was looking for a good spot to route back in Mimic Cave, and it never really happened until, I want to say, it was on my way to... No, it wasn't on my way to Pox, I was in Go mode. I can't remember why I held it off so long.
Yeah, but I mean, if you had grabbed it, you might have jumped into Swamp earlier, and might have been the Go mode even faster. You might have had a chance to beat AA in this.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for, was the hook shot. Yeah, it happens.
But I mean, after we got that, well, that mountain access, the items just started to roll in at a reasonably fast pace.
Yeah, and a lot of runners giving up on this, and do you know what? I probably would have given up also because
Yeah, there's also the key sanity. So
yeah,
people are probably like me hoping to play a seed that they know they can probably almost definitely finish.
don't say that. I had to forfeit from when I was on stream for Key Sanity because I forgot a spot.
That's true. I had to forfeit when I was on stream the other day because I was too sick to finish. Just been my life lately. Too sick to do things.
Yeah,
I use too much my energy in these commentaries.
I would join Key Sanity, but it's kind of late over here. But I mean, I got work in the morning, so.
But anyways, guys, I'd like to thank you for the commentary and restream, of course.
Yes.
Since it's close to 5 AM here, I think I'm heading
Yeah,
off to
go
bed.
get some sleep.
I'm actually going to jet as well, guys. I'm going to be joining the Key Sanity, so...
Alright, good luck to both of you guys. Well, good luck sleeping Xirtanul, and good luck in the Key Sanity Solski. And if you want to give these guys a follow, if you like what you saw from these guys, go follow them on Twitch. I know I follow Ninban. I know that. I gotta go follow everyone else. You can also shout out to our trackers, Drake Tempest and Chloe Prower. And of course, Zelna. It's not Zelna.
No, but go follow Zelna. That's probably a more worthwhile person to follow.
Go follow me. I've been playing a lot of Tetris Attack lately, actually. I believe the Key Sanity will be on the main channel. I think we're going to be cutting this off relatively soon, just because of time constraints.
Although we haven't heard anything specific.
I mean, yeah. Alright. Dsitt might not, if he might take like 5 or 6 hours to figure this one out.
And Ninban's still like 30, 40 minutes from finishing.
Yeah, Ninban's he's looking at like a 3 hour, 20-minute estimated finish, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Because he still has to go back up to Death Mountain to get, he has to, I don't know if he opened the dam.
Well, he does have the rods, apparently.
He doesn't have the rods. He didn't go into Hera yet either.
Yeah, that's so...
Oh, there's where the book was, in the Vanilla Meyer shed. Which was Checkerboard Cave. Okay. Hopefully Ninban doesn't realize, I mean, Minoki finishing in 11th place, 2:37.34. And let's see if Dsitt can figure out the trick. I mean, he's passed by it a few times, he just hasn't gone up there yet.
I'm really curious to see, like, if people start quitting just to do the other race.
I wouldn't put it past them. Haikatai
Yeah, we're
finished.
seeing a lot.
Haikatai finished in 12th with a 2:39.38.
We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 runners.
I can tell you, because I just opened up a stream, Adirondack Rick just got Gomo.
Oh, good. Good to hear.
Because he's going through Swamp right now.
Curious about Lou Dolphin, actually.
The Dolphin, he made a top 16 of the secondary, I think.
He did really well. Good buddy of mine, actually. Why aren't I following him?
Good buddy. Doesn't follow.
He's in, Also, he is on Danon, so he has a full inventory too. He's not missing anything.
Yeah, Rick just got his bow, I think, but he doesn't have Meyer completed yet. So he only has one sword. Dsitt back in the Vitreous fight, where I think he thinks that this is going to be something, but we know it's only going to be a sword upgrade. Alright, I don't think Dsitt got this far in the fight yet. He has the cape, so he might be able to finish his Vitreous fight off. Cape. Ah, that's right. This was the Silver Arrows. It was the right of Meyer leading to Chicken Hut, which was the Silvers that Ninban is about to get. See Xirtanul? There they are. And there's Ludolf, and he just finished 13th place with a 242.01.
And good on him. He's been improving a lot since the he was pretty new. I think he'd only been playing for like a month and a half. Yeah, like when dude, he learned at RPG Limit Break, which is after the end of the sprint tournament. So,
and Dsitt took a note of death to Vitreous.
Somewhere around there. Alright, so we are getting the thumbs up that we'll be cutting at 3 hours, so just before the we would normally start.
Alright, so if you want to take off and go set up for your
I'll stay till then.
Okay.
Lude, I thought Lude learned around RPG Limit Break. I know a lot of people learned because of everyone playing at RPG Limit Break. Ninban! No! Oh, Ninban doesn't even have the bow yet, why?
Because he didn't swamp yet.
Right.
He's gonna check all these other overworld spots looking for the bow. He also doesn't have the Fire or Ice Rod yet, which we know is sitting in Thieves Town, which is sitting in Tarahera.
This sea is the worst.
I'm glad I'm not racing, I'll tell you that.
Wow, yeah, same here. I mean, I know I would have remembered these locations, but the sea is hard. So I don't know if I would have finished it on difficulty.
I don't think the seed forced you to do Vitreous with Fighter's Sword.
No, it doesn't. You can very easily go to Swamp, get the bow, and then end up at Eastern.
And
Tempered was where? Oh yeah, then Tempered would be
Tempered
there.
was Tempered was Eastern, and Master was Vitreous.
I don't know where the 4th sword is, but some people are finishing with Golden, so.
It's very possible it could have been left side of Swamp if they checked that first. Like before checking the Hera area. Because we right side GT though, I don't think there's any possible, unless you do like the really awkward routing, does right side GT pay off.
Hey, so we've so I'm gonna drop out here. I'm gonna leave you guys with Rambler. Admins have said that we can keep it on until FF6 starts at 11:30, so about 40 minutes from now. Ninban could, in theory, finish them, but I don't know if he's gonna find the oddity shop. This is a big problem with people who may not have played the game recently.
Well, he doesn't need to find the oddity shop. He just needs to get to the Fire Rod Ice Rod and then get to Swamp. I don't know. I don't know if he
needs
found
the bow. Well, you need the.
Swamp.
Oh, he has the flippers, right? So oddity shop wasn't flippers. Oh my goodness, I don't even know anymore. Yes, he just needs to get to there.
No, oddity shop was flippers. You just checked it already.
Oh, okay. I'm getting ready for my race. I'm actually coming down with a cold, so I'm surprised I got through this commentary.
So I'm trying to figure out because I just opened up another runner, Epic Yoshi 64, and he's just doing Paradox Cave now, but he has all the other items already, except for Hookshot and Quake. Really weird. So, and he has Tempered, but he hasn't been into Mire yet. Really weird. This is what Enter Shuffle does to these guys.
Okay, have a wonderful day, everyone. Enjoy, follow the runners, follow the chatters if you want. Follow some random guy in chat if you please. Spread love. Gift subs too. You should do that because it's cheaper than actually subbing yourself if you're subbed somewhere.
I got a sub yesterday.
I gifted a sub yesterday.
I got gifted Kelsey. All right, so I'm gonna try to give you guys an update on what the other runners, other than the 2 others on the screen, are doing. Just gonna give a little play-by-play. Of some of the others that are left. Okay, I can tell you that Adirondack Rick is in Go mode. He is in Pod, which is his next to last dungeon. He hasn't done Mire yet either. Oh, and he also hasn't done T-Rock or Aghanim, according to his tracker. So he still has to do a dungeon, so he is in Go mode. Drunken Draconian, he needs the bow, but I think other than that, he has everything he needs. Malami has to do 4 dungeons, but he needs the bow. Kababesh does not have his tracker up, so I cannot tell you what he needs, but he is in the fight with Moxilla right now. Rekitador has finished in 14th place with a 248.34 he just finished. Slab, he needs bow and hook shot. He's in the Trinex fight with Fighter Sword. And Dr. Bobtastic, he only has 2 dungeons completed, but he has everything but the bow. So as of right now, there are no runners in the in Ganon's Tower. Kapabesh actually pulling the pedestal right now, so he's going to be disappointed by that. So there are 9 runners left racing. And I think at this pace, Adirondack Rick will be the next one to finish. But Ninban finally finds his way to Thieves Town. He's going to get himself both his rods once he finishes this dungeon. So if you're just joining us, this is the Latest of the Past Randomizer, Entrance Shuffle, Daily Race. I'm going to be signing off soon. This stream will be going on until 11:30 when we're going to switch over to FF6, FF6 for night races. However, on Speed Gaming 1, we're going to be starting our daily Sanity race. And I can tell you on Bilame's side, he has just gotten his bow. He is now in go mode as well. Alright, guys, even though he only has 2 dungeons in Agadown, Dr. Bobtastic has achieved go mode as well. Alright, everyone, we're going to keep the stream going, as we said, until 11:30, but I'm going to duck on out of here. Make sure you give these guys a follow. They deserve it after going through everything they've gone through this time around. If you want to watch more Link to the Past, you can switch over to Speed Gaming 1. We'll have our daily 11 p.m. race of Key Sanity going on. And if you stick it here, and at 11:30, we're going to be switching over to Final Fantasy VI. So on behalf of Zelnus, my commentator, on behalf of our trackers, Drake and Chloe Prower, my name is NY Rambler. Thanks for watching and continuing to watch, and see you guys next time for more Link to the Past randomizer action.